Ranking the best team builders in Madden 25. And boys, we are back here with another promo reveal. Today we got team builders. Now I'm gonna be honest, most of the time this is more like a filler promo and these lower overalls really don't matter, but today we're actually gonna have a ton of budget beasts. And the first card we're gonna go over right here is Jalen Mills. So Jalen Mills, we're starting off with the 82 free safety with 83 speed, 82 zone coverage. The man coverage isn't really there, but I like hitting that 80 tier of zone, and the play rec doesn't hit 80. But Jalen Mills is gonna go ahead and start off in this good tier, man. I think he's a really solid card. After that, we get left outside linebacker Zach Bond, 83 speed as an edge rusher with 83 acceleration. Now we can't see the zone coverage stats, like the 80 play rec kind of makes me think he may be able to play a zone a little bit, but the block shed, power moves, and finesse moves, I don't think he can do much as a pass rusher, but the speed and excel are okay. This is a card you could potentially use as well, especially if you have like a Saints or an Eagles team. So for that reason, I'm gonna place Zach Bond in this mid tier. Now after that, we get Terrence Steele. Now I will say this is 100% play style, because if you run the ball, he can do that. He has 85 run block, but the pass block power and the pass block finesse are really bad. Also, with how inconsistent I feel like running the ball is for like the meta defenses in the game, I'm gonna go ahead and say this card is more along the lines of a trash card just because of his lower pass block power and finesse. And lastly, from the NFC East right here, we get Benjamin St. Juice. Now this is a card that is, I believe, 6'3", not 6'4", 6'3", and again, he's 83 speed, 80 zone coverage, 86 agility as well with 80 play rec. This is a card I kind of debated St. Juice maybe in the great tier, but I'm gonna put him more along the lines of good. If he was just a little bit faster, I would have put him great. Then after that, we go to the NFC South right here, where we have Pete Warner with 81 speed, 85 acceleration, but again, doesn't really offer you anything as a pass rusher or like a run defender. Again, can't see the zone coverage, so if the zone coverage is like crazy high, he would be higher for me, but the 81 speed on this card, I just think compared to everything else we have, he's gonna be someone that's in the trash tier for me. And after that, we get Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore, 85 speed on the card. That's really nice. He has 80 short route running, 80 medium, 80 deep route running. This is a card that I think is really good, man. Rondale Moore, for me, he is actually going to be someone that I'm willing to put in the great tier. I think he is a budget beast. And then after that, we get Cade Otton. I thought this card was going to be a little bit faster. The 79 speed just really isn't there. He does have 80 short route running, 80 medium. I don't hate that. 70 run block. I could maybe see the argument for like mid for him, but I'm going to go ahead and place him also in the trash tier. And then finally, for the NFC South, we have Troy Hill, another 83 speed player. This time his man coverage is higher with lower zone and lower press. So in my opinion, in this game, right, if you want your man coverage to be good, you have to win the press. I just don't like him having lower press and being a man corner. So for that reason, I'm going to place Troy Hill more along the lines of like this mid tier than like St. Juice and Jalen Mills. Now we go to the NFC North right here, where we have Shaquille Griffin with 84 speed, 85 acceleration, and 80 zone coverage. So this is a pretty solid card across the board. Again, this was another one that I kind of debated great, but I think him and St. Juice on the same level makes sense, because St. Juice, while being 1 speed point slower, he is taller. After that, we get Darnell Wright. Darnell Wright with 82 pass block power, 77 pass block finesse, 81 run block. For me to say you're like a good offensive lineman in the game right now, I'd like to hit 80 for pass block finesse, run block, and pass block power. So for me, Darnell Wright is going to be more along the lines like a mid-tier card. And then after that, we get Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell is 6'5", 84 speed, has 89 acceleration. Now his zone coverage is terrible. This is an all-out user card right here. He's probably a great user in the game, and that's where I'm leaning right now. I get the zone coverage is terrible. As an actual true middle linebacker, I'd probably put him right here, but as a user, like potential right here, I'm gonna lean him more great. I just think he's a crazy user. And then after that, we get Josh Myers. So Josh Myers has 83 pass block power, 76 pass block finesse, 80 run block. So like I said earlier, kind of by Darnell Wright for me. I want to hit 80s across the board for that, for me to say you're like a good offensive lineman. Then after that, we get Jaron Reed right here. Jaron Reed, 66 speed, 71 acceleration, but offers you basically nothing as a pass rusher. You just don't really want this. Like, not crazy speed or excel, also no pass rush. For me, he is going to be in the trash tier. We also get AJ Jackson right here with 84 pass block power, 85 pass block finesse, 79 run block. So like I said, I want 80s across the board, but that high pass block power and pass block finesse with 79 run block, I cannot not put this card in the good tier. Has to make it. Those are some really good pass blocking stats, and the run block is basically right there. We also get Jake Brendel right here that has 78 pass block power, 82 pass block finesse, 83 run block. Dolphins, great by the way, but Jake Brendel for me, he is also going to be a lineman that I put in the mid tier. And we get Bilal Nichols right here with 72 speed, 79 acceleration, has 78 block shed, 80 power moves, 69 finesse moves. Now, Bilal Nichols right here, we're going to have to go ahead and check his traits because if he has good traits, he could be a little bit higher, and he does. So he only has the bull rush move on yes. Think of this as the power move rating, these two as finesse moves. This means, hey, my finesse move rating doesn't matter. I'm only going to use power moves, right? So is a little bit better because of that. I was debating on him being in the trash tier, but because of his traits, I'm going to put him in the mid tier. We also get Sheldon Rankins with 70 speed, 77 acceleration, has 80 block shed, but doesn't really offer you much as a pass rusher. So for me, in my opinion, I'm going to place Sheldon Rankins also in this trash tier. Now we get a pretty interesting card right here. We get Juan Thornhill. So Juan Thornhill has 85 speed, 85 acceleration, and he doesn't really offer you much from a coverage aspect though, because he doesn't hit 80 for zone, doesn't hit 80 for man. Juan Thornhill is fast. I like potentially St. Juice and Shaquille Griffin over him. And Jack Campbell, on the other hand, is like 6'5". Like if we're talking about, say, hypothetically, this was like Tariq Woolen with the same stats, he would be up here because of like the 6'4" height. But yeah, I'm gonna lean Juan Thornhill more good than great. I just don't like that he doesn't hit anything for coverage. Like he's just a speed and excel guy. We also get Nelson Aguilar right here with 83 speed and hits 80s across the board for route running. I don't think he looks like a bad receiver in the game, but it's just like, you know, might put him mid and then drop down Jalen Mills as well. Yeah, with the 83 speed. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then Troy Hill, he's gonna have to come down to trash. I like that a little bit better. And then after that, we get Dan Moore for the Steelers. He has 79 pass block power, 84 pass block finesse, 78 run block. Again, kind of like what I was saying earlier about the other offensive linemen, placing him right by Jake Brindle, Josh Myers, and Darnell Wright. After that, we get 82 overall Tank Dell. This card has 84 speed with 80s across the board for route running. If Tank Dell was taller, I'd put him on the same level as Rondale Moore. I just feel like Rondale Moore does what Tank Dell does, just better because he's one speed point faster. I think this right here might be the most underrated card throughout the entire drop, Arden Key. Arden Key has 76 speed, 81 acceleration, this time 85 finesse moves. And if we go ahead, right, he was in, I believe, my budget video, but let's look up Arden Key's card real quick, his 77. So this card right here only has the spin and the swim move trait on yes, bull rush on no. So kind of the opposite of Bilal Nichols we covered earlier. That means he's only going to use finesse moves. And with 85 finesse moves, I am debating on him being great right here. I'd probably lean him more along lines like a top and a good card, but I could see him great, man. Like this card is going to be a beast. If he had 80 block shed, I'd put him great. We also get Ezra Cleveland right here that has 81 pass block power, 84 run block, but the pass block finesse is terrible. So kind of an interesting card. I mean, do I just put him in the mid tier? Because he also has some speed as well. I'm going to lean more trash. I just feel like that pass block finesse is just way too low. We also get Ronnie Harrison Jr. right here that has 84 speed, 85 acceleration, this time 82 zone coverage. And if you're curious, Ronnie Harrison Jr. is also 6'3". So for me, this card is another budget beast. I'm putting him in the great tier. Then after that, we get Taylor Rapp right here with 83 speed, 85 acceleration, this time 81 zone coverage. He's pretty similar to Jalen Mills in my opinion. So I'm going to place him right by Jalen Mills. And then after that, we get Dolphins great Anthony Walker Jr. So this card has 84 speed, 88 acceleration, and this time 62 zone coverage. So you know what? I actually really like where we place Jack Campbell because I think Jack Campbell just does what this card does, just better. So I'm going to place him a tier below Jack Campbell. I'm going to place him in this good tier. Then after that, we get Joe Tippmann. So Joe Tippmann has 85 pass block power. That's nice. A little bit lower pass block finesse, decent run block of 79. And this is a card that is usually really, really fast as well. But Joe Tippmann, for me, I'm going to go ahead and place him in the mid tier by some of the other centers we've covered. We get another Dolphins great right here, Davon Godchaux. Not really any speed or acceleration and offers you nothing as a pass rusher. So Davon Godchaux, for me, pretty easy addition to the trash tier. And then after that, we get Divine Diablo, who has 86 speed, 88 acceleration. This time again, no coverage stats, like 62 zone. Pretty bad, but also 85 hit power. I feel like Divine Diablo has to go right by Jack Campbell, man. I think they're both beastly users, and I could see the argument for one over the other. I think they both are great. Then after that, we get Gus Edwards with 81 speed, 78 acceleration. Doesn't even hit 80 break tackle. I get the trucking's high, but I just don't really see the point of this card. For me, Gus Edwards is going to be in the trash tier. We also get Charles Omenihu right here with 73 speed, 80 acceleration. This time 81 power moves, but lower block shed and finesse moves. This is going to be another card that does depend on his traits. We're going to look it up right here. And Charles Omenihu only has the bull rush trait on yes. So actually pretty similar to Bilal Nichols. And I'm going to place him right by him in this mid tier. We also get Alex Singleton right here that has 82 speed, 84 acceleration, 69 zone coverage. I'll be honest, just after looking at all the other linebackers, this card just seems like, you know, like, but I will place Alex Singleton content in this mid tier. Just kind of a little bit disappointing when we saw like Anthony Walker, Jack Campbell, and Divine Diablo. Now we bumping on up to the 85s right here, where we have Asante Samuel that has 85 speed, 87 acceleration, and 86 zone coverage. So we're talking best corners in the game. Is this card a top 3 corner in the game? I'd probably say no. So Asante Samuel for me, great card in the game. Get another Dolphins great right here, Jalen Phillips. So Jalen Phillips, 83 speed, 87 acceleration, 81 block shed, 80 power moves, 84 finesse moves. Which again, I'm going to use Mutt.gg real quick. We're going to look at left outside linebacker. I'd say he's better than Leo Chanel. I mean, even if you want to like user him too, like BJ, yeah, I think Jalen Phillips, given the competition at left outside linebacker specifically, it's a relatively weak position. I'm going to give him the nod and call it Dolphins bias, call it whatever you want. I'm going to put him best at position. We also get Joe Mixon right here with 83 speed, 84 acceleration, 83 break tackle, but it's like, honestly, this card is really disappointing in my opinion, because the other 85 champion running backs like Raheem Mostert, CJ2K, it's like, why run Joe Mixon? You know, that's the question. And again, I exclude theme teams off this list. For me, Joe Mixon is like, honestly, a mid-tier card. Like, I don't even think he's really that good. We also get Jack Conklin right here with 85 pass block power, 80 pass block finesse, 85 run block. And his competition is 86 Lane Johnson, and I would say Lane Johnson is better. So Jack Conklin is going to be someone that makes a great tier for me. After that, we get another pretty disappointing card right here, Cooper Kupp. Listen, you can give Cooper Kupp 83 speed, but you can't like give him lower route runnings too. If he's getting 83 speed, he needs like 90 short route running to be relevant in the game, in my opinion. Or like 90 deep, like just some crazy route running. I would rather use Rondale Moore than this card. Call me crazy, because Rondale Moore, while he is shorter, he hits the same level of route running. I would put him on Tank Dell level. I'm putting him in the good, like he's still a relatively solid card. I just don't think he's deserving of the great tier. We also get Deron Payne right here that has 76 speed, 84 acceleration. This is a card with only the power move trait on yes and 79 block shed. It's not bad for a defensive tackle. Like he's a big body too. It's like either mid or good. I'd probably lean more mid. Again, kind of a disappointing champion card in my opinion. Then after that, we get Baker Mayfield that has 76 speed, 84 throw power, and hits 82 short accuracy, 85 medium, 83 deep. And Baker doesn't have a bad release. Great quarterback would be on like the level of Anthony Richardson and like Aaron Rodgers in my opinion. He's a good to great card in my opinion. There's going to be a card that I do try out on stream today too. If you guys do want to see that, make sure to hit that noti bell here on YouTube. You'll be notified every time we upload or go live here. I'm going to lean more good right now, but I could see great. And then for our last 85 overall champion right here, we got Sam Laporta, 85 speed tight end with 86 short running, 80 medium, 64 run block. I think this is easily the best tight end in the game now. Sam Laporta going right up here, best of position. Easy. And then the last card we got right here is Myles Garrett that gets persistent built on, and I believe he gets every single team chem as well. 83 speed, 86 acceleration, 87 power moves, 80 finesse moves, 84 block shed. I would say Myles Garrett, the fact that he gets all team chems, he is one of the best pieces on defense, especially on the defensive line in the game. Myles Garrett is going up here, best of position for me. So yeah, boys, this has been my thoughts on the team builder promo. They didn't give us a targeted time when this is supposed to drop. They said dropping later today. This is my thoughts on it. Going to be using these cards live. I really want Sam Laporta, want Dolphins great Jalen Phillips. I want to pick up Campbell, Diablo as well. Want to try out Baker Mayfield. So we're gonna be trying out a ton of cards today. Also, we'll get Dolphins great Anthony Walker as well, might as well. So yeah, boys, hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Madden 25 Ultimate Team content just like this. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use some of these cards live on stream, again, gonna be streaming here on YouTube and Twitch. To watch on the YouTube, make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.